Hey, is it hard? Huh?
Welcome to Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nick, and Nicole, a podcast that dives deep into stories, struggles, and triumphs of extraordinary individuals. Join me as I explore powerful narratives, uncover hidden truths, and celebrate the voices that refuse to be silenced. Whether it's personal journeys, social issues, or inspiring achievements, the episodes are designed to enlighten, engage, and empower. Get ready for some candid conversations, thought-provoking insights, and a community that believes in the power of speaking out. Let's break the silence together. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nick, and Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. Man, today's guest is special to me. Season 4 is loading with some amazing people. Now, this is different because I met her in person, y'all. And it was such a pleasure to be able to talk to her for those few minutes that we did get on the red carpet. So thanks to Lady J, shout out to her for inviting me to her red carpet for I Survived Suicide, because it allowed me to meet a lot of amazing people that played a part in that documentary. She's one of the leading parts in I Survived Suicide. So after her countdown, please welcome Miss Olivia Jennings to the Breaking the Silence platform. How you doing?
Hi, good to see you again.
You too. Thank you so much for being a guest so we can actually sit down and talk and I can highlight everything that you're doing beyond that film. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself without giving everything out so we can have a conversation afterwards.
Well, and I want y'all to go ahead and forgive me before I start because I'm going to school right after. So I'm sorry I'm in my car for this, but I had to make sure I showed up for my interview. So my name is Olivia Jennings. I am a model, and I actually just started in the acting industry about a couple of years ago. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from a military family, so I've been in Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, South Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, all over. I have 2 children. I'm also in school. Can't say what that is right now because I don't want people to know. But I love the industry. I definitely want to take acting further. Um, I don't know where to start at. I just want to say that I'm just blessed and I'm just happy, and God is just letting a lot of stuff, so many things happen in my life right now. So, I don't think what I say could ever be enough, but yeah.
Nice. So what led you to the documentary for I Survived Suicide? And what role did you play?
So, the film was actually introduced with me through an audition by Theron Dumas. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. He introduced me to Lady J. She is a part of egoentertainment.net. And I actually auditioned for them for the role of Jasmine. And I honestly, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna get the role at all. But either way, I was just blessed and honored to God to just even have audition, just for the role in general. And I just prayed and I said, God, I really want it, but if I don't get it, I understand the next person that get it, it's still a blessing, to be able to play the role of someone who actually went through this, like a real life, event. So I got an email the next day and they gave me the role. So I played Jasmine.
Nice. Were you afraid? Was you like, all right, I got this role. Now what? Are you afraid to actually step into your destiny?
Um, I wouldn't say afraid, more nervous. Um, the only reason why I was a little nervous was because I went through similar stuff. Similar circumstances in my life, um, following suicidal moments and things that actually followed along in some of the films. So I experienced some of the things in life. So I didn't really know when I was getting into character, like how it would be. I didn't know if I would be able to do it or anything. So just more nervous.
Wow, because you're right, because takes you back to your moment, when you were in that same place, in that same dark place. So, I mean, getting into that role, was it difficult to get into it, stay into it, and then now transition out of it because of your past experiences?
Um, I would say certain parts that I had to play, it was a little difficult to get into because I did have to think about moments that I went through in my life. I also had to think of losing a father as well, who was my best friend and my role model. And he actually is the one that pushed me into staying in the industry, which is why I'm still pushing so hard. So, just kind of thinking about him not being here to see me do this. And then also thinking about moments in life that I went through myself. It got difficult during certain scenes.
Wow. So now that you're here, been in this film, you had the red carpet experience, you didn't even think this was going to be possible for you. Now, what's next for you? What are you doing next?
Well, I have currently a couple of films upcoming that I've been casted for. I can't say the names right now; they don't want me to push them out. But there are a couple of projects that are coming up that I have been casted for, and I have roles in, lead roles. And I'm very grateful because actually, not trying to backtrack, but I Survived Suicide is actually my first main lead role that I've ever done. So I want to give a shout out to Lady J, Yolanda, Theron, Dumas, and just the entire, you know, production crew. I want to thank you all for that because that was big for me. So it actually just led to me getting a couple of more leading roles in these upcoming projects. Um, I'm trying to think what else I have coming up. I have another premiere coming up for a film that I did, Dream One, Dreamer Two, but that movie premiere is later on in 2025. And then upcoming, I'm currently working on some music and stuff. So yeah,
Not music. So you
yeah.
wait a minute. Now, see you got gems I didn't even know about. So you sing?
I'm
You
really,
sing?
I, I, I don't sing. That's not really what I'm going in music for. It's more like a mix of more like a mix of genres, like pop and a little bit of old school. Like I'm talking about old school rap that we grew up with, like in the 80s, 90s rap. It's some mixed stuff. So I'm in the process right now of writing. I haven't put anything out yet or whatever. I actually want to have about maybe 5 to 10 songs before I put anything out. So yeah.
Nice, man. I love it. Now you said the keywords was 80s and 90s. I'm stuck in
Yes.
that
Yes.
era, man. Yeah. So you're gonna have to
Hey,
come back.
it was the best. Not saying that music like now ain't good. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just, I don't know. We grew up in a different age. We grew up in a different day. it's just a little different from now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I kind of see certain artists now kind of a little bit, mixing it up,
Mhm.
with that, but I don't see it as often. So I want to do something different. I want to do something that's not out there yet. So I don't want to say it all right now because I don't want it to get stolen. But I'm definitely working on some things. But yeah,
Nice. So when you finish that, you're gonna have to spin back so we can highlight that too, because I'm ready for that. Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes, definitely.
So as I was at the red carpet, I was talking to someone else that was in the cast, and they were telling me that you have roles sometimes where you in live time where you don't have to take two, take three. How do you feel about those situations being? And if somebody called you there and said, I want you to come on this stage play, and I want you to do it, and you have to learn that role right then, would you be ready for that type of event?
I would. I think what it is, in order to get yourself like prepared for that, you kind of gotta just tune everything out, and you gotta like, first of all, take your time and read through the role, and you gotta see what type of character that is. So when you like read through the role and like actually read through the script, and you see the character that you're playing, it'll help you understand like how do you need to get into that role. So once you read it and you just go right on into it, I think it's just all about understanding that character right then and there at that moment so that you can break into character more easy.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So, what if you get a role where you have to cry, literally cry? How are you going to get into that role and put yourself in that position? Are you the type of actress that you have to think about something to make that makes you sad in order for you to cry or get sad, or are you just natural with it?
Yeah, I'm that type to where I definitely have to think about something to get into that role, and it'd be so many things I can think of, but that's me. I gotta definitely just think about it, and they'll start falling.
Wow. To me, that would
Yeah.
be difficult because once you start thinking about something that makes you sad, then now, you don't open up these wounds again. And now you're kind of like stagnant and stuck in that mode. So, how do you transition out of that once you put yourself in that mode?
Um, from my experience, I would have to say how I transitioned out of it was I had to realize either I wasn't going through it no more, it wasn't there no more, or basically I just think about where God put me at today from that moment. And it just helps me just appreciate, like, okay, that's not going on no more in your life. You're not going through that no more. I brought you here now. Like, this is where you are now. So that's how I transition back.
Nice. I love it. So, I've talked to like several actors and actors that came across the platform. And the first thing that people think when it comes down to actors and actresses are you're starving. You're out here, trying to make it, and it's hard to land roles. How do you deal with those challenges of sometimes you may not get a role, and sometimes you may not get the role that you really desire? How do you deal with those challenges?
I always go back to where it's like, if God got it meant for you, God got it meant for me, it's meant for me. If it's not meant for me, then it was just somebody else better for that position. But I don't never get discouraged. I don't ever get upset. I don't ever get mad. I don't ever down the next person. They may just have something that I didn't have, it may be something that they're looking for that they didn't find in me. So I always just look at it like that. And I realize when I don't find myself getting upset or throwing a tantrum just because I didn't get a role that I wanted, I realized just still being appreciative of the fact that I got to audition, or they called me in for a read, or I got to show up. I've noticed that the more and more and more I appreciate that, the more something else comes along later on down the line to where it's like, oh, well, you weren't meant for that role, but you got this one. And it's crazy because that actually, with one of the upcoming films that I'm actually about to do now in a couple of months, that's actually what just happened. I casted about a month ago for a role, and they didn't choose me. They chose, someone else, and I didn't get discouraged or mad. I actually emailed them back and I text them. I told them I thanked them for the opportunity, just of thinking of me to even reach out to even audition. And it is so crazy because just last week they contacted me back and asked me, could I audition for another role, and I auditioned for another role, and I got it the next day.
See, look at God. Look at God. See, what's meant
Yep.
for you is
Hmm.
for you. Period.
Yep. Hmm.
Period.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
So
Period.
when you period. So, and with that being said, like, being an actor or actress, you have to kind of have another like hustle to a degree, because you gotta, like, I hate to say it like this, I hate saying this, fake it till you make it type stuff, because you gotta make money, because
Yep.
you don't know when that
Hmm.
next big deal, is gonna come. So how do you stay grounded
Yep.
and still stay motivated, to still, follow your dreams and pursue them?
So I didn't come from like a poor family, but I did come from a family that didn't have a lot. And I guess because of how I came up, it taught me to like just appreciate. I mean, not everything is handed to everybody. Like how stuff is passed down from people's parents to them, or sometimes people are just born into it. Everybody's not like that, and I'm one of those people. I'm not like that. I wasn't born into it. I wasn't given it. But I feel like if it's something that you want to do, which is like for me, acting is something that I really, 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 I mean, I want to do this full time. Like I want to make this a career, a life, like career. And I just realized, like, sometimes you may have to work a 9 to 5. Sometimes you may have to work 2 or 3 jobs. But when these auditions come and you can make it, like, just go. When they call you, just make sure you can answer the phone, or at least contact them back within a few days or whatever. Don't make them wait, or whatever. I just feel like as long as you're trying and making an effort, you can still get to where other people are. And it might not be easy for you, and it might not come easy for you, but it's okay to work from that. That's where they say you start from the bottom and you get to the top. I mean, sometimes you just got to start from scratch. You got to build your foundation somewhere. So that's how I look at this. In order for me to build my acting career, I have to start from the foundation and work my way up, and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. I love it. Whoo. You said a
Thank you.
mouthful right there now.
Thank you.
Woo,
Yes,
that's gonna
ma'am.
encourage somebody in their dream. So I have a out of
Hmm.
the box question to ask you. So if your future self was looking at you right now, what message would they give to you?
I told you you could do it. That's the message they would give to me is I told you you could do it.
Love it. Wow. You got it, boy. You got all the motivation. You say, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
I got to, and not trying to like be off track or nothing again, but it just comes from them things where it just comes from again where I say, like, I've been through the suicidal moments. I've been through the suicidal actions, and it just wasn't my time. It was not my time. God said no, it wasn't my time. So when I think about it, I'm like, if it wasn't my time, then apparently God got me here for a reason. He got me still alive and breathing for a reason. It's a reason why he got me here, and he got me still pushing and still trying to do this acting thing or whatever in life I may trying to be trying to do, whether it's go to school or whatever. I feel like there is a reason why he still put me here. So
Absolutely.
yeah. And I talk about God a lot because I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like if you don't keep him in the center of whatever you're doing, it's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. It don't matter what you've done in life. It don't matter how bad of a person you may be, good of a person you may be. It don't matter. I just feel like if you can just keep God in the center, I always like that saying, you keep God in the center and everything will come together. So it's like I just feel like as long as you keep yourself grounded and just keep him there, like whether it's going bad or going good, if you just keep faith and just keep him there, I feel like everything will come together. But you got to keep it there, but you also got to stay focused and you got to work for it too. So don't let him just do all the work for you and just be waiting on him to do it. Actually do the work yourself.
I know that's right. Ooh, yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. So I'm down to my final question for you. But before I get to, I'm gonna tell you the
Okay.
question, and then I'm gonna do your countdown, and then I'm gonna let you come back and answer that question on the platform. I'm gonna give it to you and let you just take it away. So my final
Okay.
question is: what advice would you give to aspiring actress out there? I'll say African American actress, because it's hard for African Americans sometimes in certain roles to really truly excel. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
whatever you can do to empower the African American women actors that are trying to get to your level, give them some advice. After the countdown, it's for you, and I want you to shine as bright as you can. Tell people where they can find you, what you have coming up that you want them that you can disclose, what you got coming up next after the countdown.
Okay, so my advice that I would give to, especially my culture, but to anyone, my advice that I would give to any aspiring actress or actor is that y'all don't give up just because you don't land certain stuff right then and there. Just don't stop. Don't give up. Just keep going. Don't compare yourself to nobody else. Don't compare yourself to what somebody else got, to the Joneses or anything else. Just think about what God got for you and just pray about it. Stay faith, practice, go to auditions, do whatever you need to do to stay motivated. Even if gotta reach out to some of the crews, the casting crews, or just people who know what they're doing. Just don't give up. Like, no matter what, don't give up and just keep God first. Like, just keep God first. Like, it's gonna work out. Like, no matter what, it ain't got no choice but to work out. So that's my advice I would give to all of y'all. Stay faith, keep the faith.
Absolutely. So, where can everybody find you, and where can they follow your journey to see what's next for you to try to keep up with you, because you moving, you doing a lot of big things.
Yes. So you guys can find me on Facebook. My name Olivia Jennings. You can also find me on Instagram. It's Olivia_N_Jennings. And you guys can also email me for bookings, ojennings06@gmail.com. Um, that's how y'all can reach me. I got others, websites and stuff coming up in the future that I'm working on, trying to get up so it can kind of everything tie on in one so everybody can reach me under one platform. But for right now, that's how you guys can contact me. And I hope y'all do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking out your time out of your busy schedule to sit and
It's
talk with
okay.
me and let me shine the light on you. I wish you nothing but success on this journey, and I can't wait for you to drop that music. Now you got to keep in touch so you can let me know when it's dropping so I can highlight it for you, because I'm excited about that.
Yes, I will. I will. And it's good to see you again. Like, thank you. You're such a sweet person. I know when I met you in person, I was like, she's so sweet. But thank you for having me again. I really love this interview. I look forward to it as well. And I hope that I can work with you again. Like, even if it's not on interview, just for like I'm being serious. Like, work with you again, see you again, and everything. And I do appreciate you and whatever you're doing. Also with the podcast, the platform. I know you're an author, an interviewer, and everything else. Probably plus more, but you continue to do what you're doing too. So I always like to also tell people that I talk to, you stay motivated as well. And I wish you the best as well in everything that you're doing. So, and I hope we
Thank
get to see each
you.
other again.
I do too. Thank you
Yes,
so
you're
much.
welcome.
I thought the same thing. I was like, she's so
You're
nice,
welcome.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a little goofball. People call me a little feisty goofball, but it's all right.
Well, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. And like I said, I'm rooting for you. I see you at the top.
Thank you. Nothing but the top. We ain't got no choice but to go up.
Nothing but the top. Nothing but the top. And thank you so
Thank
much to
you.
everyone else out there for tuning into this amazing episode with Olivia Jennings. Man, she making moves. She talking about coming out with a 80s, 90s version of music again. Man, bring it back, bring it back. I am so excited about her journey, not only as a actress, but as a musician as well. So y'all stay tuned for what she has coming on, and make sure you follow her journey on Facebook, Olivia Jennings. If you want to know how to book her, that information, I can give it to you, and so we can go ahead and win together. The only way to get to the top is that we have to support each other. Y'all already know I'm always saying we got to support each other so we can win together. It's free. Like, share, subscribe. You're not paying a dime to do these things. So let's just support one another. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But remember that you matter, your life matters, your voice matters, and anything that you want to do in this life, you can do it because everything starts with you. You set the tone for your day. You set the tone for your life. You set the tone for your failures and your successes. And remember, just because you fail does not mean that that's the end. You still can succeed. Just put a band-aid on it. Put some cream on it, get up and try it again. That's it. We used to fall all the time while we was kids and we still was going. It's the same concept as adults. It just hurt a little bit more. That's it. Until next time, y'all continue to break the silence. Y'all continue to know that your life matters. And we'll see you the next time. Later. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Breaking the Silence. I hope that you have enjoyed our conversation today and it has inspired you to think deeper, speak louder, and take action. Remember, every voice matters, and together we can create a world where we all win and no one feels unheard. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Stay connected with me on social media for updates and more powerful stories. So until next time, keep breaking the silence and making a difference.